Leading with the end in sight, life role leadership. Who are leaders? When you think of a leader, do you think of people who hold titles like the President of the United States, the head coach of your favorite sports team, or someone famous on TV? What about those who wear the title of mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, husband, wife, brother or sister, friend, and teacher? A leader is someone who influences the development, thinking, and beliefs of others. We are all life role leaders. BibleStudyTools.com defines the New Testament Greek word proistemi as to set or place before, to set over, to be over, to superintend, preside over, to be a protector or guardian, to give aid, to care for, or give attention to. Romans 12:8 translates proistemi as leader or leadership. 1 Thessalonians 5:12 translates proistemi as over you or have charge over you. 1 Timothy 3:4 is translated as rule his own house or manage. In 1 Timothy 5:17, it translates as rule well or direct the affairs. Titus 3:8 has the idea of devoting themselves to good works. When you look at the different definitions of leadership, you can see that to lead well, you must have a right heart. A great leader has a servant's heart. This servant leader realizes that it's not about you. It's all about the people you're serving. When you have a servant's heart, you are always asking, how can I help or serve? People will look at you differently, and that will allow you to share the love of Christ with them, which is why you are serving in the first place. Life role leadership is simply defined as making decisions with the end in mind. When we lose a parent, when our children move away, when we lose a spouse, or the end of our working years, or a fire takes away all of our worldly possessions. Life role leaders realize that everything in life is on loan. Relationships and possessions are fragile and can be here today and gone tomorrow. There are many things in life that we do not get to do over again. Are we forgiven when we mess up? Yes, we are. When we live by making our decisions with the end in mind, we are serving and being a life role leader. Pastor Francis Chan read a letter that his daughter wrote him before she left for college. She told him how he was her best friend and how she would miss the times they spent together doing silly things, and how he knew her better than anyone else. Pastor Chan said that early in his marriage, when they had their first child, he made decisions with what it would look like when his children left home and what he wanted to accomplish as a parent. This letter was his earthly well done from his daughter. In an interview with Bethany Hamilton, who lost her arm in a shark attack as a teenager while she was surfing, she was asked, if you could go back to that day and not have gone surfing, would you do it? Her answer was that of someone living out life role leadership. She said, I wouldn't change what happened to me, because then I wouldn't have the chance to share my story with others and give them hope. We might not have something in our lives as traumatic as Bethany Hamilton does, but we all have something we have experienced that can connect us with the people we share our lives with, and that we can influence by the way we serve and lead. In the book, When the Game is Over, It All Goes Back in the Box, written by John Ortberg, he says, winning the game of life on earth is a temporary victory. Loving God and other people with all of our hearts is an eternal one. Jesus says in John 15:12 through 13, "This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends." Serving is loving, and loving is serving. And we are never more like Jesus than when we are serving.